Try not to say it. Hello, you all. I think I'm gonna make my video today about angels. Um, Honestly, like I was kind of shying away from this topic um, because I guess I was worried that I was gonna be perceived as crazy. This is like a big like symptom of, not symptom, but thing with BPD is being like really worried that people are gonna think you're crazy. But then I realized like there's no such thing as normal. Like even Gabor Mate, respected author, respected author and doctor, um, just wrote a book called The Myth of Normal, as in there is no normal person on this planet. Everyone's a little weird, everyone's a little crazy, so let's just go with it. So yeah, let's talk about angels. I don't know what called me to this. Like I guess I should back up. When I was in my 20s and I was working at this place called Find, it was like a warehouse of secondhand home furnishings. People would donate their stuff. There was a lady there who I really like connected with. I really liked her a lot. Her name was Charlene, and she would talk about her angels and stuff. And I was like, "What?" Like, I didn't really know what she was talking about, but I didn't like have the nerve to be like, "What are you talking about?" So I just kind of went with it, and she would always just say like, "Oh, I thank my angels for this," and like, "Oh, it's Archangel Michael that's responsible for this one," and I'm like, "Okay," like because I just didn't know what she was talking about. Um, so that was kind of, I feel like, my first introduction. I mean, I'm not talking about guardian angels. I mean, I guess we're talking about angels in general. So guardian angels are different from archangels. Definitely, my mom would say, like, growing up, that my grandpa was sending angels to look after her because, like, we would just get really lucky in some, like, really sticky situations. Like, it would always kind of work out for us. Um, my grandpa passed away, like my mom's adopted dad. He passed away when I was like 10 years old. So she would always say, like, oh, grandpa send in those angels for me again, which is nice, but not the same as archangels. Um, so, anyways, this was like kind of my experience with angels up until I think like this past year. I just kind of felt called to like look into angels more. Um, in fact, I started using this website. I think it was called like Library Genesis or like Z Library or something. I don't know. Anyways, you can get basically any book for free. So the book lover in me was like, oh my God, like going crazy downloading all of these books. Hopefully I read them all, but I think I have like 300 plus that I've downloaded that I'm like, yeah. Because that's one thing about me is like I'm a book hoarder. Not a hoarder, like my whole house isn't books, but like if I could have a library, I would love it. Like that was actually my job at Find. One of my jobs was to like organize the books, and like it was just like so therapeutic for me. And I don't know, I just have really, I have a love of books, if you will. I'm a bibliophile. Um, in fact, you could say like I guess one of my addictions is probably reading in books, which is a pretty good addiction to have, addiction to knowledge and learning new things. But, anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So, I started this year feeling called to read more about angels, figure out what was going on there. And I was liking what I was reading, to be honest. It was like, I don't really resonate with like Jesus. Like, I don't have a problem with Jesus or anything. Like, and I don't have a problem with people that resonate and call on Jesus when they need help, but it just doesn't really resonate with me. Um, I think maybe because I went to a Catholic school that I was just kind of like, I'm good. Oh, fly. Anyways, so I felt like oh, this fly is gonna get on my nerves. I can already tell. Um, I feel like angels kind of resonated with me because I grew up like kind of Christian, so it's got that like Christian vibe. But it's not like you can only believe in us and no one else, which I kind of got that vibe from the whole like Catholic Jesus movement that I grew up in. And it doesn't talk about heaven or hell, which I also appreciate because I don't believe in that. I mean, I believe heaven and hell is what you make it. Like you can be in heaven or hell right now. Like it's I don't know. I believe in reincarnation personally, karma. So I'm kind of like a mixed bag of all the good things from all the different religions that I like. And yeah, I don't think that angels have to be like a religious thing. Um, but you can call on them if you feel like you need help. And they actually like I was just about to be like, if you believe in this or not, I don't care. This is what I understand to be true. Um, they won't help you unless you call on them. Like they have no ability to just intervene in your life. So now I'm like worried. Like low key, I'm like, oh my god, people are gonna think I'm crazy. I don't care. Okay, I do a little, but also I really believe in them, to be honest with you. Like I really believe that they do help. And, I have my journal that I've like written about them. And I feel like there's been a couple times where I've been in like meditation, where they have like I felt like they've spoken to me. And also like I see angel numbers like the like triple seven, triple five, like all these things. And there was a time where like I was just seeing a lot of feathers around. Like I would just find all these feathers everywhere. And it wasn't because my dog was eating chickens or something. It was just random feathers. So that's actually a sign that your angels are close to you. Um, some people also say that let me try that again. Dragonflies are a sign of the divine. And there's a lot of dragonflies around here where I live. So that's kind of special too. So I don't know if you believe in angels or gods or whatever you believe in, but having a connection to the divine, which we all have the potential to do and do really, I think is really important in this life because there's a lot of uncertainties. There's a lot of things that we're like, what's going on here? We don't understand, but we don't need to understand. We just need to be kind and love each other, and the rest will just kind of fall into place. Um, yeah, so I'm excited because I started reading this book last night. What a surprise! I think it's called Angel Astrology, and it's by this author called Doreen Virtue and someone else, which I should know, but I don't. And I'm just excited about it because I'm really kind of into astrology right now. I think it's really cool, and I mean, there's always something going on in astrology. So there's always like transformations ahead, big things happening for you. Like, because it's like you got to keep that positive mindset. You've got to keep that, like, not positive, that manifestation mindset that things are coming for you. So astrology is just a tool, I think, to get there, to keep that mindset going. So I'm really enjoying astrology lately, and the angels thing. I'm enjoying that too. So the angel astrology book, like, what? It's perfect. Um, Unfortunately, though, I didn't get to read much of it last night because my baby just okay. So she's on this weird like nap routine, or not napping rather. She's trying to drop her second nap, so she's just going to one nap. And so that means like her regular nap in the morning is like a normal time, but then she's just not sleeping for like 7 hours, which is like insane for a 1 year old. So she's been a bit difficult. And last night we put her down for sleep at like she fell asleep at 6:15, which is like insane. So by like 9 o'clock, she was awake, like fully awake, and it was just crazy. It took me so long to get her back to sleep, And by the time it was all done, I didn't get to read my book, and I was like, man, I was all sad. So I think that's probably what I'm gonna do once I finish this video is I'm gonna read my book and do a little like angel astrology because I think it's fun, you know. And like I said, like there's always something going on. There's always like something that you can do to like transform yourself and to like re-up, you know. So I'm excited. I should say also I did this meditation once to meet my guardian angel, and okay, like obviously, who knows if it's true, right? But it's only true if you believe it to be true. So I believe it. My guardian angel, her name is Elga, Elga, and she looks like Cher from the 60s, like this like beautiful black hair and just like I don't know, like Cher in the 60s. So I call on her sometimes when I need help. And actually like I usually call on my angels. Um I try to call on them every day just for help, just to like protection and for guidance. And um, I also call on them every week when I go for my massage, um, because I have someone who's like physically touching my body so that isn't my partner. So I want to make sure that I'm only receiving like loving, positive energy, and I'm sharing loving, positive energy, and all of the stuff that's not uh, helpful for anybody is just like released. So I ask for their help to do that. And for those of you that don't know how to do it, it's honestly like it's any way you want it to. That was one thing that I was like, well, how do I do this? Like, there's a special like thing I have to say, or like, do I have to like clap my hands 3 times? Like, what's up with this? And honestly, it's however you feel called to communicate with your angels is the way you should. So if you feel like you need to write a letter to them, do that. If you feel like you just need to like pray to them, sing a song, whatever it is that you feel called to do, that's what you should do. Because it's your way of communicating. Like, you can read all these books like I have to say how you can do it, but cheat sheet is, quick answer is just do it however you want to. Finding out who you should call on or whatever, you can just call on anybody. You can say, hey, spirit guides, whoever's going to help me with this, I'd really appreciate it. You don't necessarily need to know all this information. I like to know it personally because, like I said earlier in the video, I'm a bibliophile. I'm addicted to knowledge. I like to know stuff. I like to know what's going on here. I like to know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, it's really not that important. It's what's more important is that you call on them, ask them for guidance and help when you need it. And honestly, the results are pretty amazing, I think. I feel like I'm definitely living a charmed life. I feel, really grateful for all the blessings that come into my life and that haven't come into my life, or not blessings, things that have not come into my life, I'm very grateful for. And I'm in a happy place, guys. I'm sure you can tell. There's obviously been other videos where I'm like, I'm not in a good place. Right now, I'm in a good place and I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling connected. Yeah, angels. They're cool. They're cool, I don't know. I guess when I went to a Catholic school, like being religious wasn't really cool. At least in my mind, I was like, this isn't what I like. I like to go watch TV, or I like to go do other things that don't involve Jesus. So, and again, no judgment. If that's what you like to do, that's cool. I personally don't. I like to call on my angels and do my astrology and do all these things. And also, I should say that you can do all of these things like concurrently, as in like all at the same time. You can be into Jesus and do astrology and yoga and meditation or whatever. If your religion or like connection to the divine, connection to the divine says that you can only do it one way, then maybe you need to re-examine um, that connection, because nobody or Nobody, nothing, anybody, blah blah, should be telling you how to live your life. If you want to do something, as long as you're not hurting anybody, you should do it. Just do it. You only have one life. So, do it. Isn't that like a I don't know how to say that guy's name, Shia LaBeouf, where he's like, do it, do it. That's kind of like what I'm doing. Oh, my baby's awake. Oh no. Okay, gotta go. Bye.